Sifiso Zungu, the alleged host of the gathering where the murder of soccer star Senzo Meyiwa was allegedly planned, has taken the stand. Gwabini, as he's affectionately known, says there's no truth to the evidence given by Constable Sizwe Zungu, who places all the accused at the hostel on the day of the crime. 5 men are on trial for the 2014 murder of the Bafana Bafana and Orlando Pirates skipper. My colleague Mnisi filed this report.
The alleged host of the hostel festivities, where the men accused of taking the life of footballer Senzo Meyiwa allegedly planned the murder, has taken the stand. Sifiso Zungu, also known as Gwabini, has featured quite prominently in the trial. It is alleged that he invited state witness Constable Sizwe Zungu to the Basotho hostel in Vosloorus on the day Meyiwa was killed. Constable Sizwe Zungu said all the accused were at the hostel, with Gwabini, who is his nephew, jogging his memory about who they were. But Gwabini describes his evidence as a lie, saying he had last seen his uncle when they were much younger before seeing him again in 2017 and 19 respectively.
So you say him from 1998, the next moment you saw him was?
2017. 2017.
Thank you. We'll probably come to 2017. So all that he said, he told this court about you having called him and inviting him to the hostel, do I have to understand you to mean that that never took place?
Yeah. Yes.
Zungu is the second witness to deny the allegations of a gathering at the hostel after accused number 1.
Now,
Mnisi also told the court that he had been to the hostel with Gwabini and Zungu in 2017.
Now, you say you met him again after you had parted ways with him in 1998 when you were doing Standard 2. You again met him in 2017. What are those circumstances under which you met him in 2017?
He arrived in the company of Makosong. They never informed me that they were coming. I met them at the Gold Spot, and I was driving up, traveling in a bicycle, and I normally transport cases for people. They were traveling in a white Polo of Constable Zungu. It had a B at the end. That is now the registration plate. It had a B at the end.
Yes.
They greeted me and at the Gold Spot, and I was called by my brother, accused number 1. He was in their company. He called me out and saying to me, "Here they are. They say they've come to visit you."
Yes.
I then inquired, why is it that they didn't inform me that they were coming? Because the person whose number I had was Makosonke. I did not have Zungu's number. They then drove up to Overland where they bought liquor.
Gwabini says after he saw Zungu again in 2019, he would get arrested in June 2020 in a case he believes was linked to the Meyiwa case, although he says he was not informed why he was arrested. He details that he was assaulted by police officers who he identified as Mabena, Mapumulo and Buthelezi. On the stand, Gwabini tried to recall who the driver of the vehicle was and later identified him as Muhane.
We told that one of the accused whispered that name to the witness.
It's not the first time, if it's true, that people are told they will be cut through their necks, and others, when they are told by belligerent facial muscular warnings, they change their evidence. I'm used to it in this court.
Gwabini will continue detailing this June 2020 arrest when proceedings resume on Tuesday. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Mnisi.